In today's video, we're going to talk all about goggles, both for training and for racing in triathlon. We're here at Cromhall Quarry near Bristol, thanks to the South West Maritime Academy, who are letting us use their amazing facilities to do some swimming and try some goggles out. Now, your goggles shouldn't necessarily be a budget buy for racing if you want them to do a good job for you to protect your eyes and help you have the best race experience. So today we're going to go through some different goggles that are available from our friends at Zoggs, and all of them can be bought at zoggs.com. So now we're going to go through the different elements of the goggles that you'd look for when choosing the right pair for you. So the first thing we're going to look at is the gasket choice. Now you might be sitting there wondering, what is a gasket? It's these kind of squashy rubber bits here that just sit the closest in contact with your face. When we talk about gaskets, there's two different sorts. There's the inner and outer gaskets, and they're basically linked to what size goggles you're buying. So an inner gasket sits in your inner eye here. If it's outer, it sits a little bit wider, so more kind of like around the outside of your eye socket. There's a few things to consider when choosing gaskets. Firstly, how big goggles you want, and they might be based on the sort of race you're doing or the sort of environment you're training in. And then also what kind of gaskets you'd like. A lot of it is about getting the right sort of gaskets for you in terms of comfort, in terms of a really good quality fit, and in terms of your face shape. So a low profile goggle such as the Fusion Air is designed for smaller, narrower faces and fits inside the eye socket for a sleeker and more aquadynamic performance. This style sits close to the face and is often favoured by competitive swimmers. So if you're someone that competes a lot in the swimming pool, you'll know what we're talking about. A standard profile goggle, like the regular size Predator, is designed for the average size face and offers a larger gasket that fits on the outside of the eye socket. Outer eye goggles offer a wider depth of vision and are often preferred for longer endurance swims due to their comfort over a longer swim session. If you're unsure whether you are best suited to an inner or outer eye socket fit, you can use the Zoggs Goggle Fit app to scan your face and find out. The type of gasket you can choose can also alter the level of comfort and quality of fit that you experience. The Predator goggle features what Zoggs call their Advanced Ultra Fit gasket. It's almost impossible to go wrong with this iconic goggle, which offers a near universal fit, a claim Zoggs back up with testing on over 200 swimmers. And I know I've personally done many races in this goggle, so I can definitely vouch for them. The Predator Flex goes one step further, adding 4 unique flex points to the gasket, allowing it to perfectly contour to your face and deliver what Zoggs call their best fit ever. If you're a swimmer that struggles with uncomfortable pressure around your eye sockets caused by your goggles, then you might want to consider an air cushion seal, as featured in the Fusion Air goggle. The gaskets are filled with air to provide the wearer with an incredibly lightweight feeling fit, while still maintaining a reliable seal around the eye. This gives an almost not there fit and also minimises those goggle marks around the eye. So if that's something that bothers you, then these are the ones to go for. Also offering a lightweight fit is the Raptor goggle, featuring a hexagonal structure, a kind of honeycomb look gasket, which evenly distributes pressure around the eye socket for a lightweight but reinforced seal. So next up, we're going to look at the lenses. Now, it might be tempting just to go for a lens that looks cool or which you like the colour of, but there are a wide variety of lenses on the market for a reason, and in this section, we're going to talk them through. One of the most popular types of lenses you might see is a polarised lens, as seen here on the Predator. The polarised ultra lenses are great due to their reduction of both bright sunlight and glare. They are the perfect lenses for filtering blue light and enhancing depth perception. So if you really want to see where you're going in an open water swim and protect your eyes, these ones will be a good shout. But this is where tinted and polarised lenses differ. Tinted lenses will protect you from direct sunlight, but they do not combat glare caused by sunlight bouncing off reflected surfaces, like for example the water. Similarly adept at reducing the intensity of bright sunlight and glare are titanium lenses, more commonly known as mirrored lenses. Ideal for high level light, reducing eye fatigue and glare from the sun. Titanium lenses also soften your visual experience when swimming outside. Now, we quite like mirrored lenses for racing as well because they're quite good for marginal gains and for psyching out the competition. And in our opinion, they always look quite cool as well because you can't see your eyeballs in your race photos, but it's a personal preference. Another option is photochromatic lenses, or as Zoggs call them, the reactor lenses. These lenses react to the level of light, therefore becoming darker in high-level light conditions and remaining clearer in lower-level light, making it a perfect goggle for changing light conditions when you swim. And also, if you're someone that does a lot of different races in a lot of different places where you may have a cloudy day to swim or a sunny day to swim, then they're a good choice and a good do-it-all goggle. And the other benefit is you can actually use them in the swimming pool as well, because they will go clear once they're out of the sunlight. The clear lens, however, is a great all-rounder lens which gives maximum clarity while providing great visibility above and below the water. While a clear lens does not block out glare, at Zoggs all of their goggles have a base level UV protection of UV 360 to ensure your eyes are always protected from the sun. So now you've chosen your goggles, it's time to go swimming. So the next thing to think about is how to put them on, and it's a really common misconception that to fit well your goggles have to be pulled as tight as possible, and if you're doing that you might find they're quite uncomfortable, you're getting big ugly goggle marks after long swims, and you also might get a bit of a headache which is created by the strap being too tight. So we'll go into a bit more detail about how to comfortably and correctly put your goggles on. The first step is to create a seal around your eyes and ensure the goggle is watertight. You should actually be able to put your goggles to your face and the gasket should seal to your face without needing to even use the strap. The second step is to fit the strap, and it should be tightened to hold the goggle in place. Too tight can be uncomfortable, and this should also prevent water ingress. A double or split strap gives extra security and is also handy for longer haired swimmers, as it can sit either side of your ponytail and is more comfortable. So once you've bought your perfect goggles, it's important to look after them. Now, the last thing you want to do is get to the end of your swim and chuck your lovely new goggles into your swim bag, letting them pick up all sorts of dirt, all sorts of grime, scratches. Best thing you can do is look after them properly. And the way to do that is whenever you finish a swim, just give them a quick rinse in some clean water. That'll remove any salt, sand, dirt or grime from your swim and just keep them lovely and clean. You also want to avoid touching the lenses, so it can be tempting just to rub the lenses clean, but please always rinse them because it can remove the anti-fog coating that Zoggs have put onto the lenses. You can get Eco Fog Spray from Zoggs, which will add an additional level of anti-fog protection. And then finally, don't leave your goggles dry in the sun because bright sunlight can deteriorate the silicone on the gaskets. And always keep them in the case. So these were supplied with a microfiber case, so pop them back in there just to keep them protected. Thank you for watching today. I hope you found this interesting and useful for next time you're choosing a set of goggles. Remember, find the goggles that fit you properly, that suit your face size and shape, and have the right kind of profile for the sort of racing you're going to be doing. Think about the gasket, what's comfortable for you. Think about the right lenses for the kind of environment you're going to be racing in. And remember to look after your goggles. There's nothing worse than buying a decent set of goggles and then not looking after them. If you want to find out more about the goggles we've featured today, then look at Zoggs.com. And if you've enjoyed this video, please go to 220triathlon.com to find out more about us. Give us a like and give us a share. And also finally, thank you to Cromhall Quarry and the South West Maritime Academy for hosting us today.